Hi, Lexi again. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm very well, and congratulations on Troll Hunters coming back for a final adventure for the final mission. How did it feel like?
Oh, overwhelming, I will say, but absolutely amazing. And I'm so excited.
How did you feel like when you read the script? Was it emotional?
Oh, emotional. I think I cried like 3 times in the studio.
Yeah.
It is. It's so emotional. I've been working on this project for years. I started it when I was 14, 15, and now I'm 22. So it's definitely a piece of my heart. I will say that.
What were you expecting from this final chapter of the Troll Hunters universe? And what would you tell your fans who've been waiting for this for so long? What would you tell them?
Oh, oh, um, I wasn't expecting what it is, and that makes me even more excited.
Mm-hmm.
It's an absolute masterpiece. And for the fans, I would have to say, just wait. Just wait. Just be so excited. I respond to people on Twitter all the time, and I'm like, one more week. Like, they're rising again. Like, it's coming, I promise. But I'm so excited for them. They are an absolute wonderful group of humans, and they have just shown their love and support and absolute loyalty from the start. So I love them. That's
Mm-hmm.
what I want to say. I absolutely love you all.
And I'm sure they're really happy to hear that. Obviously it is a masterpiece. You're absolutely right, and I cried about as much as you did reading the script. So
I'm
when
glad. I'm not glad that you were crying, but I'm glad that you loved it.
when you first became Claire, were you expecting such a strong and amazing character development? Claire really has such a strong storyline. Were you expecting that?
From the start, so once I started going into auditions for Trollhunters, I read the book. I immediately went out and read the book.
Right.
And then I started reading, obviously, my audition scripts. And starting out, I did not expect Claire to become just an absolute powerhouse. Like, she has developed into her own, she's absolutely amazing. And she's not just a love interest. She's not just a girlfriend.
Oh yeah.
She is her own. She is unstoppable. She is loyal. She's strong and brave and powerful and willing. And I think that her tapping into all of her powers, and her getting her own weapon, like her staff and all of that, like, has just been an absolute, for me, an absolute, I don't even have the right words, just an honor. It's been an honor to play such a powerful woman, and such a strong female lead, and they don't leave her in the dust. She is right there next to them the whole time.
Yeah, I agree. She is always there to save the day. She's absolutely amazing, badass, everything we love.
I know, absolutely. And, they do a great job of keeping her right there with the pack, and they never let her flounder. They never let her fall. And I think that that's amazing as well. She's just a part of the team. She's a part of the Troll Hunters.
So hearing you talking about her like this, the answer is pretty obvious, but I was going to ask if you feel close to her, to Claire, and when is the one time that you felt the closest to her?
At the beginning of this, I didn't feel as close to her. I mean, I did. However, getting to know her and getting to, honestly, she's like my other persona at this point. I can flip in between being who I am sometimes, and then when I really need to be strong, it's Claire. When I really need to be just brave and willing, like, she's become a part of me. The closest I've ever felt to Claire, I would have to say this year. I was diagnosed with cancer, and she kind of pulled me through that. I watched a lot of Troll Hunters. I've actually rewatched it like 3 times in the past couple months, and I feel close to her every day, I would have to say. But in the past 6 months has been she's been my ride or die, my strength.
I'm really sorry to hear that, but I'm sure that you're gonna power through just like Claire.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Claire is obviously a fan favorite. Was it hard to say goodbye to her?
Oh, I still haven't said goodbye to her. I don't think I ever could say goodbye to her. It's been emotional. Watching the seasons over and over again, and then finally seeing our Rise of the Titans. It was difficult. It made me very emotional. I can't imagine a life without being Claire, but I'm so excited for everybody to see the movie and for everybody to kind of be there with us on our final adventure, on our final ride.
Yeah, I was so excited to see her again because I mean, obviously, I love everybody in this universe. How can you not? But Claire, honestly, she is such a fan favorite, and she's, yeah, I would say my favorite also.
Oh,
and
stop! You're gonna make me cry.
no, for real, she is so strong. She's the kind of character that we've been waiting for so long. She's not just a, the pretty girlfriend. She's not just the superhero. She's a lot of things, and she's so deep.
Thank you. She is definitely, like you said, a deep character. She is absolutely brave, and my favorite thing about her is probably her vulnerability as well. She can be vulnerable, and she can also be completely unstoppable, and I think that she's got such a dynamic to her. And that's what I adore most about her. She can be all of the things, and she succeeds.
Let's talk about the cast a little bit. Do you remember the first time you all met?
Ooh.
It was a while ago, right?
Ooh. I remember I think it was like my second or third audition, and I met a couple people that are now currently on the cast. And I walked in, and I remember going out to my car to my mom and going, "Mom, you're never going to believe this, but these people were sitting in this room." And she's like, "What? Like, no way." And then actually meeting them in person and having the absolute honor of working beside them was, I mean, and is one of my proudest accomplishments, and biggest accomplishments for sure. And meeting Guillermo for the first time was insane on another level. I've always thought he was an absolute mastermind, and to be able to be a part of his mythological and magical world has been also it's been a pleasure. And he's absolutely so sweet. The first time he met my brother, he kissed him on the head, and I about just flew over my chair. I was like, "Oh, he's just so sweet."
I was gonna ask you what it was like working with him, obviously, because he's such a strong director and creator in Hollywood and in the world of cinema. Did you feel like you had enough room to evolve? Did you feel like he was pushing you to, become an entire part of Claire?
Oh, the whole team has pushed me to become the Claire. I went from being Juliet and a friend at school to being this powerhouse. I mean, she's got her own armor, her own weapon, and her own powers, and they've all encouraged me and all pushed me so hard to just be who she is, and they've never ever not given me the room to develop into. I mean, you should see us in the studio. It's insane. I run around the room, I'm screaming, and they push me so hard to just be myself. More importantly, because I think that when you're yourself and when you can do that, you can embody this character, and especially Claire, she's a part of me. And so they've completely allowed for the development of not only Claire, but of me, for sure. Charlie is a pleasure to work with in the studio. He's quite a character. And watching everybody kind of record is very, very cool. I remember hearing Arg for the first time record, and that was absolutely insane. Just to watch these guys with these voices turn into these characters has been a beauty.
I can imagine that after all these years, you guys probably became very good friends, like the 9th configuration.
Yep, the 9th configuration for sure. it's taken a team all these years, and we definitely, over the years, everybody has come together to make this happen.
If you could choose to be another character, who would it be and why in the show, in the universe? Or in the universe, you can say in the whole universe, not just the show.
Toby.
Really,
Undoubtedly Toby.
Yeah.
Not only because I adore Charlie and I adore Toby's character, but just Toby as a character, he is absolutely, he provides the comedic relief, but he's also just as loyal and just as brave and just as determined. And I adore him. That's who I would be for sure. And, you know, and in this new movie, it's definitely exciting to see Toby's development as well.
And he's not just the moral support, right?
Oh, no way. He's not just the moral support as he so dislikes being called. He's more than moral support.
And what relationship between Claire and another character of the universe of the show do you think was the most interesting to you, apart from Jim?
Oh, I would say Dukesy. Dukesy or Blinky, but Dukesy in the sense that he definitely aided me in honing my power and being my own. So Dukesy I felt very close to, and Blinky was just always right by my side, and always a large supporter of the Claire team. And I adored him from the get. I mean, who couldn't love Blinky? But I would say Dukesy and Blinky, those two definitely helped me, not just Jim and Toby. Obviously, they helped me become a troll hunter and a part of the team, but Blinky because he always believed in me, and Dukesy because he definitely helped me hone my own, for sure.
Yeah, he really does that, right? Dukesy. He's always pushing people to be themselves and the better version of themselves.
Oh, absolutely. He's an amazing character.
He is, yeah. And in real life, what kind of powers would you like to have? If you had Claire's powers, for example, well, what would you do with them? Or another character's powers?
I would portal myself everywhere. Oh, teleportation? I would portal myself all over the place. I would be in Italy tomorrow if I could.
Oh my God, yeah.
No, I think I would love her magic. I actually have her staff tattooed on me. I think Claire is just amazing, and I would choose her portal powers for sure.
What moment do you think was the most crucial for Claire to become the character that we know now in Trollhunters, The Rise of Titans? Is there a particular moment that really made her who she is now?
Oh, there are so many moments. I can't narrow that down to just one.
Yeah, you can name a couple.
I would have to say when Claire gets her shadow staff, when she steals it from Ingorot, I think that would be a big moment when her and Jim and Toby are all up and they're, doing their own thing, and Toby's got his war hammer and Claire's got her shadow staff, and Jim obviously with his amulet and his sword. I think that was a really big moment for her. She finally, and not that she didn't feel a part of the squad yet, but that kind of made her a part of the squad, and that kind of brought her right along up with them. And again, there are just so many moments. But that would probably be one of my favorites, I would say. Yeah. I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm gonna let you guys watch the movie, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I have a couple in mind as well. What was the general atmosphere when you were recording this final chapter? You knew it was going to end, all these years of working together and saving the world together. What was the general atmosphere in the studio?
Everyone was pretty happy and in good spirits. However, I think we all were a little emotional. I've like I said earlier, we've worked together for so long, and I've kind of grown up in front of these people and in front of this crew. Emotional, I would say. Just getting to our final chapter it's just been a beautiful experience. The people that I work with, and the people that have helped me and Claire develop into our own. I'm forever indebted to them and to DreamWorks for sure, and to Guillermo and to the people who've created this beautiful franchise. But yeah, I think it was emotional, but happy. Overall, just so happy and so grateful. I think we were all just in a very, very great space.
What character do you think you would like to have by your side all the time? If you could be just you, Lexi Medrano, and having one of the characters by your side, who would be?
You can't make me choose. They are all so beautiful and so powerful and so amazing on their own. I mean, my obvious answer would be Jim, because I adore him and I love him, and he's my ride or die. But I also love Arg. Argy Boy is the other to my heart, and I adore him with everything I have. So I can't answer that completely. I would definitely say Jim or Arg.
Yeah. But okay, let's say you're gonna take all of them by your side forever.
Oh, I would take all of them forever.
Lexi, thank you so much for joining me. Congratulations on this whole journey, and fans won't believe their eyes when they will see this final chapter.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.